Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 7th. Let's see what is going on for you. Yeah, you have the Three of Clubs, which is a card of second chances as your first card. I don't think that it's a second chance for you. I think that really what it is the Eclipse on the 7th, I think is probably just going to be clearing a lot of things up for you. So I think that maybe some of you have been going through delays, frustrations, things like that. And I think that once we get through this eclipse, it'll be cleared up for you, very, very quickly. Especially if in like the last week of July or whatever you felt delayed or frustrated. I'm getting so. Again, I think that this eclipse that will be happening this week, right at the beginning on the 7th, I think that will kind of like get things out of the way, clear stuff out. I mean, like I said, I immediately got the feeling that that's kind of what's going to be happening for you at the beginning of the week, is that those things are going to be just clearing up in a really nice way. So definitely like to see that for you. I think it'll kind of like remove some of the disruptions and things like that are going on for your life as well. Cancer, I mean, you do have Uranus is squaring you, and that will be this entire year basically. And, that can definitely cause more disruptions and things like that. But I actually think there's going to be more stability more than anything else. We're kind of at the end of this Uranus cycle anyway. We're getting really close. I think Uranus has been a little bit tricky for everyone. So just know that. But next you have the Ace of Clubs, my favorite card. Card of abundance, prosperity, good things coming in for you. Very good card of good luck. And, excitement and, all these other sorts of things coming in for you at this time. I would say that it's a very good card for marriage as well, if for those of you who are thinking about getting married. Even though we have this Mercury retrograde, I still don't think it's necessarily a bad time to get married or to make commitments with people at this time. I think that it could be okay. Also a very good card for control over your life, for having better control over situations I'm getting. So that's definitely the message is coming in. So I don't really know. I think that's very general. Now that I'm saying it, I feel like, I think that a lot of you are just going to are going to feel like you have better control over the things that you're doing. I feel like also maybe some of you feel like you have to go through maybe like dark, I don't want to say bad things, but I feel like maybe some of you feel like you have to do things that you don't necessarily want to do, or maybe go against your morals or something like that. I don't feel like it's really bad. I'll say that. I just feel like some of you maybe have to go to some dark places, maybe in your own head, just to be successful. Again, I'm getting some weird messages this week, so bear with me. But, I don't necessarily think it's anything bad. I think it's like maybe you feel like it goes against your morals, but really, is it really that big of a deal? Probably not. Next, you have the Queen of Hearts. The rest of your cards are all people, so dealing a lot with people this week. It might be a very social week for you. I mean, I would say this entire month is an excellent time for socializing, excellent time for getting together, especially Venus is going to be touring your sign throughout the month. And, that started today. I'm shooting this video on the 1st, by the way, of the month, and it will, obviously I'll be putting it out on the 3rd or so, or the 2nd, or the 3rd, whenever. But Venus has been in your sign since the 30th, if my math is correct there. So definitely a great time for love. Makes you very attractive, very charming, people being attracted to you. This card right here, the Queen of Hearts, is you showing up in the reading number 1. But it's also just a card of being very attractive, of people being attracted to you. So I think it's a great time for romance. Definitely a time to get out there. I've been telling people all year, I mean, this year, it's like if you want to find love, you really have to go out and get it, which I know, trust me, I get it. It's, it can be difficult to do that, to go out and try to meet people and all this other stuff, but it really is a time where you kind of have to, where you have to do that, where you have to kind of put yourself out there. Next, you have the Jack of Spades. Be careful of sob stories from friends and things like that. That's definitely the message I'm getting off of this card. Not the typical message, but, if a friend comes to you and is, crying or whatever about needing money and, all this other stuff, I'd say just be really careful of loaning money at this time. Every once in a while I get that message off of this card, and this is definitely one of those times. So I would just be really careful of what people say, especially even if it's your children. I feel like I delivered this message to somebody last week. It might have been you as well, but I feel like if you have children who need money, it's kind of one of those things where I think you have to think about whether, teaching them responsibility would be more important than just giving them money and bailing them out or something like that. So, just something to think about. Next, you have the Jack of Diamonds, money, hearing messages about money. I think that you could be hearing, again, I feel like a lot of communications could be coming to you about money. You have the Jack of Diamonds, King of Diamonds as well here at the end. Both really good cards, but also just a lot of information. I feel like you're crunching a lot of information this week. I feel like, like I said, I feel like a lot of people are coming at you with things, and you're just kind of like processing it, crunching that information. Ace of Clubs. Ace of Clubs, that card, like I said, very good card, but it is a card of having a big brain. Whenever I see it showing up, I always know that people are probably like just having to like process a lot of stuff. So I'd say take your time this week, and take your time to kind of just really allow things to come out of your mouth even. Think about the things that you're going to say. Maybe even structure your sentences before you say them in your head. Maybe take those pauses. Sometimes I think the Jack of Diamonds is just about doing that. It's just about really trying to think about the things you say before you say them at this time. And finally, King of Diamonds. Here I am. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying, right? I almost just said King of Clubs. But this is a very good card of finances. Finances stabilizing, even earning more finances in the very near future. So definitely love this card. And it's a card of definitely talking about these things and coming up with new ways to deal with your finances at this time. I think that for you, the Eclipse, really good for career, really good for improving your career, for everybody, really. And very, like, adventurous type of Eclipse, and very, very exciting Eclipse as well. I mean, I've done a lot of meditation on this Eclipse, thinking about it a lot. And I'm talking about the eclipse that's happening at the end of the month, on the 21st. So I do think that a lot of people are going to have this king type of energy throughout the month, because I feel like a lot of people are going to feel like they are kind of like excited at the top of something, really about to kind of like bring some things into existence, especially career-wise and work-wise. It's a big career month. So I think that's why that card's coming up here. But looks like a great week for you, I have to say. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.